Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I welcome you all in the mighty name of Chukwuka Biama. Oya premier name because Chineke gozere mo nyuku goze onyanta Chineke goze nwoke goze nwanyi goze Biafrans goze ndị kwenyere na the government of Ngozi and ndị na-ekwenyere asụm gịnị ka Ngozi Chineke ma ọmụmụ bara anyị ụba site n'afọ nna na nwa na nke mmụọ nsọ. The topic of today, Igbos lived before Adam and Eve, by Catherine Achelonu. You see, the video I'm about to show you now, it has been many years on the internet, but this is my first time of getting hold of this video. Maybe you have watched it, or maybe you have not watched it. But why do I want to bring this video to my people here? I'm not here to call anybody out, and I'm not here to castigate anybody. I just want to let us know, because Bible made us to understand. You see how Bible is contradicting. Please don't say I am wrong or I am right. This is just a class, so where everybody can learn. It is not totally you must agree with me or agree what has been said on this article, but everybody, whether young or old, can still learn. The life we're living is just like a university that will never graduated. Any day you graduate from this university, that means you have gone 6 feet. That is the life we're living. Life I've been here, we learn every day. Even at old age, you can still learn from your children, despite the fact that children are learning from you. So what am I saying this? I'd like you to take a look at this video, this article. Adam is not the first man on earth, as the Bible made us to understand. Because even if you are following your Bible very well, you will understand that when Bible said that Adam and Eve were the first women and the first man to be created. But what about Cain and Abel? Cain killed Abel, right? And he ran away. He went to another city and got married to who? Let us watch this article. Then when we come back, we dissect the comment section and also expatiate on our own knowledge as well, so that people who want to listen or understand will also understand. As you see me now, I am open for learning. So if I go wrong on this video, please correct me at the comment section. Your opinion matters. Stop abusive language. The reason why they drop video and say drop your opinion at the comment section is not for you to go there and begin to call people names. It's just for you to say, no, this area you said this, you made mistake here, look at how it is being done. That is how a learner is. And that was why we are ahead of other animals, because I have the sense to reason, to learn when it is needed, or take correction where it is needed. Not you know about this, then somebody come tomorrow now and tell you that thing you know is not like that. You don't abuse that person. My brother, it doesn't make sense. Let us change from that character, because it is our Biafran struggle. A lot of abuses. If abuse the key person, my brother, none of any Biafran or any woman supposed to be alive, because when you meet this group, they tell you Ndawandara moron. If you go to meet that, if you speak, if you see the kind of name he calls you simply because you are flowing goes over my brother, you will shed tears. Let us watch this video, then we'll come back for more discussion. Oya, regade. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to again welcome you to the Langston Hughes Auditorium at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. My name is Troy Johnson. I am the president and founder of the African American Literature Book Club, better known as AALBC.com. AALBC.com is one of the oldest and certainly the largest website dedicated to the works of books by and about Black people. Today it is indeed my honor to introduce all of the author talks that will be taking place here. There are 3 that are scheduled. We have another one scheduled at 12:10 with author Dana Kennedy, who will be discussing her nonfiction work, A Journal for Jordan, A Story of Love and Honor. The third author talk that will take place will be this afternoon with author Gregory Walker, The Ethiopians Rediscovered, the African Expedition into the Trojan War. That begins at 12:45. But now we have author Catherine Achelonu, who is the author of the book, They Lived Before Adam. In 2001, after more than 11 years of research, Catherine discovered a library of ancient stone inscriptions made by the common ancestors of what she refers to as the Niger Benue subfamily of the Nigerian tribes. These stone inscriptions are located in Ikom, Cross River State, Nigeria. That discovery buoyed her research and created an access into the lost civilizations of ancient Nigeria. As groundbreaking as the research found in John Hope Franklin's They Came Before Columbus, They Lived Before Adam extends the conversation and controversy surrounding Africa as the birthplace of human civilization. Again, it is indeed my honor to introduce Catherine Achillonu as she discussed in some depth her work, They Lived Before Adam. Thank you. Would you like to come to the podium? Would you like to come to the podium?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to first of all address the significance of the work we have done, the research we have done. We believe that our findings have expanded the parameters of knowledge. We believe that our findings call for another look at the history of mankind. We believe that it is important that history be rewritten so that Africa's place, Black Africa's place in it, will be ensured. The contributions of Black Africans towards the making of world civilizations are what our findings are about. Before I begin my talk, let me first of all acknowledge the following. Her Excellency, Haja Toure Umaru Musa Yaradua, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for the support she gives to research and new vision in today's Nigeria. Their Excellencies, Chief Ike Edio Hakim, Governor of Imo State, whom we, the citizens of Imo State, fondly call Ochinanwata, the Boy King, for his contributions and his support, and that of his amiable wife, Barrister Chioma Hakim, for their unalloyed support for this project and for creating an atmosphere in Imo State, my home state, where intellectuals like me can function unperturbed and where academics and new ideas can thrive. The new leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo, the Apex Igbo organization, we are grateful to them for powering the world presentation of and putting their stamp of support on our new publication, They Live Before Adam. I stand here today not just as myself alone, but as head of a research team set up in 2004 under the auspices of the United Nations Forum of Arts and Culture Nigeria. The United Nations Forum of Arts and Culture is a program of the Global Secretariat of the UNCCD, of which I happen to be the Nigeria representative and Goodwill Ambassador. This research team has in it personalities such as Dr. Ajay Prabhakar, an Indian software technology engineer and specialist of the United Nations Forum of Arts and Culture. Ms. Nneka Ebuna, a senior culture officer in UNESCO Nigeria. Honorable Edi Olumba, an applied arts specialist and a distinguished alumnus of Manhattanville College, Purchase, New York, the art and culture consultant of United Nations Forum of Arts and Culture. These are a few of those I will name among our research team. I myself am a professor of linguistics and African cultural studies, a former Fulbright scholar at the Westchester Consortium for International Studies, and visiting professor at Manhattanville College, Iona College, College of New Rochelle, Marymount College, all in New York State. They Live Before Adam is my 16th published book, and the second in a series which are the result of this research project, which originally began in 1990, 19 years ago in the state of New York, and precisely on the campus of Manhattanville College. Therefore, on behalf of my co-authors and co-researchers and myself, we express our gratitude to the U.S. State Department, to to the Fulbright Organization, and to the Westchester Consortium for International Studies for the support I received between 1989, when I discovered and published the Igbo roots of African slave author and American slave author, Olaudah Equiano, also called Gustavus Vassa. And 1991, when these institutions I've mentioned granted me the honor of enjoying their hospitality and support as U.S. international visitor and as a Fulbright scholar in residence here in New York. The Leap Before Adam is the sequel to another work titled The Gram Code of African Adam, Stone Books and Cave Libraries, reconstructing 450,000 years of Africa's lost civilizations, published in 2005. Together, these two books make up a total of about 1,150 pages. To underscore its importance, the Gram Code of African Adam, when it was published, was presented to the world on the 25th of September 2005 by the then President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, represented by the Minister of Culture and Tourism, Ambassador Frank Ogbewu. I am here on the invitation of the Harlem Book Fair, the largest black book fair in the world, to present our new book, They Lived Before Adam. Its findings, the prehistoric origins of the Igbo, they never been ruled. Alternative title is The Igbo Since 1.6 Million BC. Two things mark out our work as a new and, as some say, groundbreaking addition to scholarship. The first is the discovery and transcription of lost stone writings of prehistoric Africans. These inscribed stones, located in southern Nigeria in a very rural place called Ekom in Cross River State, have been attracting international researchers since the colonial days, but we were the first to see their inscriptions as a form of writing and to actually isolate and transcribe some of its letters. Another series of stone inscriptions called Ogam, found in Ireland, which many linguists have been struggling with for decades, were also transcribed by our team into an African language still spoken today in Nigeria. In fact, some Ogam inscriptions were found in West Virginia in USA. What we have found in the case of the inscribed monolith of southeastern Nigeria, the monolith of Ekom, is that they contain two letters that were the foundation of Proto-Cuneiform, a writing system used in Mesopotamia or Sumer before 4000 BC. The letters in question are the letter Ki and the letter Shi, the first and the last of the Old Sumerian orthography. We also found some basic letters of early Egyptian hieroglyphics, such as the letters R and the letters N on the stones of Ekom. But the majority of the letters on the stones are from a Dravidian Indian language called Malayalam, as well as symbols now recognized as universal due to the fact that they now form the root of most cultures, religions, and sciences in the world. These include the cross, the spiral, the triangle, the circle, the concentric circle, and every other known geometric shape. The antiquity of the stones and the fact that they were discovered in the virgin forest where many were buried underground shows that they were indigenous and that they belong to the twilight days of human history, prehistory indeed. Oral tradition of the natives of Ekom say that the inscriptions were executed by the Stone Age people, the first humans to inhabit the area, and that they were invented by the first mother of humankind. They call this first mother Shishe, and say that she was the first woman to have borne a child by pregnancy, and that her first child was a boy, through whom sin and death came into the world. The monolith dedicated to her in Ekom bear the name Shishe, just like the oral tradition, written in an orthography that includes Proto-Cuneiform, that is Sumerian Proto-Cuneiform, Proto-Canaanite, Dravidian Malayalam, and others. Her Ekom name, Shishe, is the same Hebrew name which Adam called Eve in the biblical story of creation. Her eyes and mouth form the Canaanite Hebrew letter Ayin, which is the first and highest sephira in the Hebrew Kabbalah. It represents the no thing, the infinite, the ineffable God. There are over 300 of these stones in Ekom, Nigeria. Another thing that marked a turning point in our research was the discovery by a team of archaeologists of the University of Nigeria in Nsukka of early Stone Age hand axes and other stone implements belonging to the time zone of 1.6 million BC to 500,000 BC. The archaeologists, Professor F.N. Anozie, Professor J.O. Ijoma, and others working with some British faculty members of the Department of Archaeology, University of Nigeria in Nsukka in the 70s, discovered several lorry loads of non-polished as well as polished hand axes, picks, and other implements in a place called Ugwele in the zone of Okigwe in southeastern Nigeria. Their conclusion, published in a number of local journals at the time, that the Okigwe home of Homo erectus, or Nigerian early man, was the one-stop shop, the warehouse that supplied survival tools to all pockets of Homo erectus habitation worldwide. For us, this means that it was from Okigwe, prehistoric Nigeria, that the out of Africa migrations of early man took off to populate the 5 continents of the globe. More so because Homo erectus implements discovered all over the world all look like they were made in the same Okigwe factory. This was also the conclusion of the archaeologists. Our linguistic analysis of samples of words from a number of languages spoken in all 5 continents of the globe today confirm what several other linguists have long suspected and concluded, that mankind, as the Hebrew Bible says, spoke one language at the beginning. Our comparative linguistic analysis of words from many languages across the globe show that Igbo, the language group that includes Okigwe, the home of the Nigerian Homo erectus, was in fact spoken by the earliest inhabitants of countries as far-flung as Nigeria, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Turkey, India, China, Greece, United Kingdom, North America, South America, including the Greenland Eskimos. In fact, the 2 vernacular words that survived in Plato's description of Atlantis were found to be in sound and in meaning to have been directly derived from the Igbo language environment. So too were 90% of words used by Adam and his household, especially names of people and places and their meanings. Our research includes the origin and meanings of symbols used in every religion and sacred literature all over the world. In these, we found that Hebrew Bible, the Kabbalahs of the Hebrews and the Chinese, the Hindu Vedas and Ramayana, and the recently discovered Egyptian Christian Bible called the Nag Hammadi are of immense importance in revealing lost knowledge. Wherever we looked, we found evidence confirming the claims by geneticists who have been conducting mitochondrial DNA research in 4 leading universities here in USA.
Well. First thing first, my brothers and sisters, we need to dissect this topic very well. You have watched that video finish by our sister Catherine Achalonu. Not Acha, Acholonu. That Igbos, or Biafrans rather, have been in existence before Adam and Eve. Many people will still argue this, because if you go to the comment section of this article, even yourself, you will begin to ask, what kind of brain do our people have? They call us, we are all animals, but we are the bigger animals. But what makes us the bigger animals is the ability to do what? To see things and reason things. Not that other animals don't reason, but our own reasoning is far better than them. Because in a human skull, the content of the brain of the human skull is quite different from other animals. Your brain is very large, that make you to read, understand, absorb things. But if you go to animals, have you ever killed a cow? Have you ever killed what they call it, a chicken? You can as well see how their brains are. You understand me? But people will still counter you and tell you, no, you make mistake. Even when the Bible recorded it. And the same people who go to church will also come out and tell you that this one is nonsense. Because you come and tell me that Adam and Eve are the first to be born, or rather to be created. Then they give birth to two sons, which is Cain and Abel. Out of greediness, Cain killed Abel and ran away. He went to an exile. And that exile he went to, he got married. And then bore children. Are you hearing me now? So the question there now is, who created those women? Or rather, the woman that she married. Abi she married a ghost? Sorry, Abi he married a ghost? The Bible that we are reading, they will tell you now that it is spiritual. We believe in physical. We're not in the spiritual world. When we get to spiritual world, then we do spiritual. Are you hearing me? Because that is where that is what they will use to cover this now. If you go to Bible, you can find out that a lot of verses have been deleted from the Bible. A lot of verses, a lot of chapters, a lot of books. Who then determine which books to stay in the Bible and who not to stay? To tell you that that is just a personal novel that somebody writes just to use it to enslave, emphasis on enslave other people. Spirituality said that Christianity is a religion of the weak, and not true. Christianity is a religion of the weak. That is what spirituality said. He said that go to this world, go to end of this world. That most fearless people, or rather the most fearful people, always yoku. A Christian will come out now. Somebody will molest you. They will quote you the portion of the Bible that says, if a man slap you on the left eye cheek, then you turn the right cheek. And then vengeance belongs to the God. Before God will come, that vengeance come to revenge for you. My brother, you have gone 6 feet. Then you will make the vengeance. Matthias says, and God will tell you all these things in the Bible. When it is really time for God to save you, God will leave you and run. Yes, now. Because we keep on saying, allow God to judge, allow God to judge, allow God to judge. That is the more reason why Christianity, or rather, Christians in Nigeria have never defended themselves against marauding Fulanis. When they come and attack you, they kill people. You come and cry to God. God, see what we are passing through. Come to our aid. You go and bury them in a shallow grave. Now, the kind of burial they do in the Christian homes and families now in Nigeria is mass burial, where they will open a grave, a very big, something like well or tank, dig it, and then throw everybody that's nothing like coffin and bury them and wait for God of vengeance. And your population is going down every day. The people who don't believe on that what you believe, who believe an eye for an eye, is the one that is wasting you. So in other words, I'm here to believe what Darlington said, that Christianity is a religion of the weak. And then they rule you. Now then they do anything where they like. Anywhere they want to go, they will go. Any law they want to knock, they will knock. But Christianity, when they bring their own law, then all eyes will open to subdue them, and all of them will give up. That is Christianity for you. And they tell you, allow God to judge. My brother, God don't judge too much. If Israel, and Nigerians we are always calling the God of Israelites to come and fight for us. In Israelites, had they been they stayed back when Hamas first fired the shot and wait for God of vengeance to come and attack Hamas. Maybe by now you wouldn't have been hearing about Israel again. Israel will have become a rubble. They will have finished everybody. They have leveled everybody to nothing. People will still attack me. That is how gullible we have become. But sorry to use that language, because I have said it. I'm not going to be abusing anybody. But sorry to use, I just borrow that language. How gullible minded we have been. People will come now and tell me, why must I say that? You are antichrist. You are this. You are that. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know history. If I don't know history, my brother, please correct me in the comment section. I would like it. I would like to learn from you. As you are hearing from me, I also would like to hear from you and learn from you. Maybe there's the way I'm going wrong. But the problem we have with Christianity is now The only thing they will come with now is abuse. I have been on that. So if I'm telling you this, I'm telling you with experience. If I open church tomorrow, my brother, I will sell. Ndigbo and Ndigbo and the rest of them will be a learner for where I did. One now guy man. I'm a confined street guy. Nothing I never say in street. And never any kind of church I never go. There's no any kind of experience I have never gotten on this life. So if I open church tomorrow, you come out and tell me all those things major they do and the other ones, my brother, they are just learners. I swear to God. If you see somebody who don't run street, come open church. You go bow. If you know bow, make I know waiting cause am. If you know bow, make I know waiting cause am. I was one part of you that always abuse people. When they tell you to provide facts, you will tell them that things of the spirit will be far from you. That is the religion of the weak. Anyway, let us dissect the comment section to see what our people think concerning this matter. But just bear it in mind that this is a history that they will not tell you. Biafrans have been living, they have been there before Adam and Eve. So anybody telling you now that the first man and the first woman that God created or God made in this life is Adam and Eve. Any pastor who tell you that or who preach that in his sermon, my brother, stand up from that church and leave. And go another church. I don't say you should come and join the what they call it, traditional worshipers. No, just stand up from that church and know that you don't have a church. Just go out to another church. As simple as that. Let us read from the comment sections from people who thinks they have mind or they have what they call it. They have intellectuals. So let us read from them and hear from them. Paramount said, prevention of illiteracy. Of literacy is responsible for this intellectual error on her submission. Can anyone actually exist before his or her existence? I have always hinted that none is fit to arrive at a very authentic Igbo history without ab initio unpacking the etymology of Igbo, period. I don't even know what this one is talking about. Let us see. People responded to him or her. Let me just take just few, not all, just few. According to Emmanuel Peter said, you are submitting this, you are submitting this because you believe Adam was the first creation. But different ancient histories have said Adam wasn't the first created man. Even the Bible has a discrepancy. We would only believe by faith that Adam was the first man, and not true is that. It will tell you believe by faith. Even excavations, not just in Igbo land, like she pointed, predate the estimated lifetime of Adam. Let's see. Bruno said, if Adam was the first man, who did their son married? Okay, that is response to this guy. Exactly the questions I asked. Moses and Abraham, who is older? You started reading the Bible only when the Europeans brought to Africans. And you have to believe them, forgetting your ancestors, whose elder that Moses, who wrote the Bible, listening with emotions, is a dangerous act. Christopher said, Paloma C. Okafor, your assertion is based on your belief that Adam is the first man on earth, which is a lie, a typical lie. You start to read the Bible when the Europeans came to tell you that Jesus died for you. The Jesus Christ that owned the whole world could not reveal himself to the Africans. That please, now maybe your Jesus Christ, I died for your sins. But not until the Europeans discovered Africa have oil and have everything that they needed to develop their own region. And then they come with the Bible telling you that, to remind you that Jesus died for your sins. So you need to abandon your own God and follow their own God. That is how Christianity started in Africa. Christianity does not just for Jesus Christ does not reveal himself to the Africans that I died for you. No, not until Igbo man came, which is all concocted stories. Pardon me for that, my brothers. And yet he said you lack protein in your food. Jimo. Ude Chukwu said she's not talking of Igbos relating to Adam. She's just making out the point to let you understand that Igbos are older on the earth. Adam's story is never a fact because Cain married from a town called Nod, which means a lot of people have been living before Adam and Co. In talking about the oldest race on earth, the Igbos, Ma Achalono wasn't the only one who has said it. Even their name, Ndigbo. Ndigbo means ancient people. Ndigbo. Fact is beginning to emerge. That was why I like going to the comment section of any video or any message, because that is where you will find the real fact. Forget about what is being preached, but just go down to the comment or to the reactions. You will marvel what you are going to hear. Tobe Chuku Chris Madakolamo said, I often say it. No one alive is fit enough to tell Igbo history. Igbo already means ancient. How will you tell such a story? Victor Obiora Aneke said, your problem is the Bible story planted in your brain is the reason you think that those who enslaved oppressed your ancestors will write a scripture or book that has the capacity to save you from their clutches. No, that is total brainwash. A book written by those whose aims were to conquer you and take what you have. Now, where were they when you took over the said land? Hence, they already have the capacity to destroy you or enslave you. Why don't they take the space before your ancestors? You are simply blinded by Bible stories. And not through the talk. If these people are the ones who come to save you, if they claim to be there before you, I mean, if they claim to be in existence before you, then they would have chosen the land which they will stay, rather than staying in an empty land. Then when they found out that the other lands have milk and honey, then they brought something that you don't have to conquer you, to brainwash you, and to make you to deviate from your original ancestral heritage and to follow their own heritage. You worship their God, you read their Bible, and you go to their heaven. Because you both have their heaven now. That is the heaven our Christianity people are practicing. One more comment. Adele Okem said the Bible from creation, even of Adam and Eve, through to the book of Revelation, is the creation of the progenitors, history and future of the Hebrew race. Okay? Ekpechugo said the truth is that there is nothing like Adam and Eve. They never existed. It is a script story. When you say Igbos existed before Adam, you make it look like Adam really existed, and it makes you look foolish. Wisdom. My people, I beg, let us end it here. Eh? Let me know your thoughts at the comment section of this video. Just drop your thoughts. Your comment and your opinion will be appreciated. And I'll hear my voice again when I come back. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. This month is going to an end, and my prayer is that as this month is ending, it will end with anything that is troubling you. It will end with anything that stands as an obstacle to your life, and it will end with anything that have to do with your own personal being. So shall it be. Now for Chuko Okiabiama, Oya Premier Nene, Kachineke Mezuoku, my people.